Good morning, girls. Happy snow day. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different. We really need to keep moving forward in code.org. So I've made a little video to guide you through our next step, which is code.org Unit 6, Lesson 12, Random Forecaster app. So I've kind of set up like an outline for you guys to make the app, and then I'm going to help you fill in the missing pieces, and hopefully you'll be able to build the app. Again, if not, I'll help you out on Thursday, but I really do hope you guys can get a really good head start and get some working apps even before then. So if you go to Unit 6, Lesson 12, it's this Random Forecaster app. And what this does, if you run it a little bit, it pulls up random forecast for random cities from a data set. So like here we have the Huntsville forecast and Columbia. Sometimes it takes a while. San Francisco, Honolulu. So like typical make activities in code.org, they have done all the screen work for you, and we are just going to fill in the code. Okay, so this is 12, number 1. If you go into step 2, we can see that it sets up the screen, and I have given you this code. So I've done like a skeletal amount of code, and I have actually put that in OneNote. So you'll be able to see that. Okay, and I'm going to kind of walk you through what needs to be done with it. But first, I want to kind of go into what the data set we're looking at. So they have already attached all this to you. That there is the daily weather data set. And if you look at this data set, it's actually kind of cool. So it has a bunch of states and cities, right? So it's got this state column, a city column, and it has this forecast number column. And actually, this gets updated every day. So like if you notice, everything that, like every city has 5 different records or 5 different lines, right? Because they have 5 different forecasts. So like the number 1 forecast number is actually today's weather. And the number 2 is tomorrow's. 3 is Thursday, or 2 days from now. 4 is 3 days from now. 5 is, 4 days from now. So what this app wants to do is always allow users to get a random forecast for tomorrow. So actually, we could go down here to Louisville. I think we've got Louisville. Yeah, so if you look at Louisville, it even says like today, Tuesday is snow, tomorrow rain and snow, Thursday rain. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna filter just like we filtered our ducks to get all the white ducks and all the yellow ducks. We're first gonna filter all the number 2 records for every city. So that way we can just pick a random city for tomorrow, and we will just be looking at the number 2 records for those cities. Okay. Now, when we look at this data set, we look at what information we're going to put out on the screen, because we're going to need those lists for that. So we need the city. So we're going to have a city name list. We need the high temperature, the low temperature, which is, you can see over here we have a low temperature, a high temperature. We want the, what else is there? We want the icon about what the weather looks like and the condition description. Okay, so again, all of this is already set up for you, but I just kind of want you to look about what the data is looking like here. Okay. Now, if we look into the code, so I have set this up for you guys, for you to fill in. Okay, so again, you will want to create all of these 6 lists by getting the column, right? And again, on the get column, we're going to be always using the daily weather, and you're going to choose the appropriate column. So I'll do this first one. So again, we would choose the city. So now we're putting the city column from daily weather into our city name. Okay, so I want you guys to do the rest of these, always using the daily weather, but picking the right column. Okay, then we want some empty filtered list. So right here, this you'll want to code exactly how I have it, right? So it's just empty list because that's what we're going to fill with all of our with all of the filter data, okay, which is going to be all the records for tomorrow's weather for all the cities. Okay, we're going to call a filtered method. And here we're going to build the filter method. So again, I've given you the bare bones of what you want for the filter method. And again, you should not have to add any lines to this, but you're going to fill in the lines I don't have. So we're going to filter because we're going to go through. So remember that all of these lists up here will have the same amount of data to them, right? Because they're all parallel lists. So we really just have to go from 0 to length minus 1 on one of these lists, and that takes us from 0 to length minus 1 on all of them, right? So here we're going to filter from 0 to forecast number length minus 1, and we're going to check to see if the forecast number sub I, so for that particular record, if the forecast number is 2, that means tomorrow's data, we want to grab that name and put it in the city list, the filtered city list, okay? I want you to fill out these next 4 using icon, getting the current one for icon list, high temp list, low temp list, and filter condition list. Okay, so you're going to take it from the appropriate list up here and use sub I and put it in the filtered list. Okay. Next, our update screen. So our update screen, again, when we hit this button, the forecast button, all we want to do is update the screen because we will already have all the list we need. So again, you're not going to change this at all, but you're going to finish this for me. So all we want to do on our update screen is pick another random city. So we're going to pick a random index, and again, that's going to be from 0 to a filtered city list.length minus 1. So we're just getting a random number that is a valid index for our filtered list. And then we're going to set the text to the output. So I did this one for you. The city output is going to come from filtered city list sub-random index. You're going to want to do the high from the filtered high temp list, random index, the low from this filtered low temp list, random index, icon output from the icon, filtered icon list, sub-random index, and the condition from the filtered condition description list, sub-random index. Okay, so I've kind of given, actually I went ahead and did the icon one for you too. Okay, so again, this just gives you kind of the bare bones of, or kind of the outline of what, how to finish this. And again, normally I would want you to kind of discover this on your own, but I don't really want to waste a day and not have progress. So go ahead and complete this as you can. Again, in OneNote, I have given you this and a little bit more description. So please do your best. Try not to go into text mode. If you do, just be super careful, okay? It's better not to, since I'm not there to help you. But if you do go into text mode, again, just make sure your parentheses are right, your quotes, and there's a semicolon at the end of everything. But like I said, you're really better off trying to do it all from blocks. So anyway, I do expect everyone to have at least all of this coded. Okay, ideally you should be able to finish it. I think I've given you enough to be able to finish it, but you will lose points if you do not have at least this basic code in there that I've given you. Okay, because again, I want to move on Thursday to actually making sure everyone understands it and kind of walking through it and understanding it in detail. Okay, so I need you at least to get this entered. Okay, so again, I will be around my computer all day. In OneNote, again, you'll have this code and you'll have the agenda. So I'm putting that out there right now. So reach out with questions and hopefully you'll have some success in coding. So thanks, and I will see you guys. Oops. Sorry about that. I will see you guys on Thursday. Alrighty.